Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Hermit Skies. In the last episode we finally got some of our machines up. We've now got these 4 machines here and the 5th one up here, which we're not caring too much about, the compactor, but I've also upgraded these to hardened, and currently the redstone furnace with the trivection chamber is currently working through all this flour to make into bread, so we can later make it into toast, which we can either eat or get a culinary generator and sort out and make some power with that. But, as you can see, the capacitor bank we have here is currently at max RF, 10 million RF in capacity. Up here has 2 million and another 2 million RF here as well. So, in theory, we have 14 million RF to play with. But what I want to do before we start much in this episode is make a new capacitor bank, because going into here, I've been looking at some of the quests that we have, and over here we do have a with the skeleton one, which I actually can do, and I'll go through that in a little second. But basically, yeah, I've been going through some of these, and over here we have the conductive bank, electrical bank, and then up here is the vibrant bank, which is the vibrant capacitor. But what we can do is we can make the electrical bank right now, which is the capacitor bank here, which, if I'm spelling correctly, will hold 50 million RF compared to the 10 million in here. And then when we upgrade that, it goes to 250 million RF in capacity. So I want to be able to make this. It's not too difficult to make. I've just jotted down all the materials we need, and they're somewhat easy. So we have the capacitor bank. We're not going to make it from scratch because we want to use up this one. So we are going to go with this recipe here. But all we need to do is come over to here because we need a lot of stuff. Also, I'm currently just whittling through this this iron, so we're getting a whole lot more iron in here than we're ever probably going to use. But yeah, definitely getting a lot of that, and we're going to have to move that again quite soon because of our plan for today. But we need redstone, which is over here, some copper, golden iron is always nice. We need 1 coal, we need some glowstone dust, or just glowstone as a whole, which looks like we have some here, and gold ingots look like they're fine. Yep, so I'm just going to quickly do that. I'm going to make those into a thing. Sag mill, I think, should turn you into some glowstone. I want to know if I used a pulverizer, would it have been for? It would have been. That's frustrating. Have we got any more? I mean, I need 1 more glowstone. I guess that you just turn it from here, don't you? I forgot I had a bunch in there. So in total, we have 27 redstone worth, 4 iron. We need 20 golden nuggets, so I'm going to have to make another one of them. And then we have copper, coal, glowstone, gold ingots. Perfect. So I just need to make this into coal dust, or pulverized coal. Same thing works. And we just need to quickly make quite a few things. So we need to start with some energetic alloy. So we're going to go into the alloy furnace. We're going to go to alloys only. We are going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 in total, actually. 8 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. They're all going to go in there, and quite quickly going to work through that. And we're not losing much RF per tick, actually. These are staying at, you know, max. So it's using 240, but we're making 256 RF per tick. So we're actually not using more than we actually have. So that's good. Right. Energetic alloy is done. We need a basic capacitor sorted out, so that's going to be there. I'm going to need a few of those later as well. We're going to need more energetic alloy and the coal powder to make these this double layer one. Oh, I need to make 2, I forgot. Hopefully that doesn't mean I've messed up, but I should be fine. What am I doing? I need 1 of them, and then we are going to need 4 of those in total, so 4 of those. We're then going to need to make another one of these, so I need some more redstone. And then, other than the other capacitor bank, which is there, we're going to bring it over to here. It should hold its other capacity, so this should have 10 million RF in it. And there we are. We now have over 10 million. That's going to go to 40 million and continue producing over time, which is good. And I now have a bunch of ores, which I'm not sure what to do with. Because I'm moving stuff, I'm going to just move all this over here. Another thing I've done is you'll see that I've taken the, obviously nothing is on here. I've not really done much with it. I have taken originally the solar panel off here to put in a crafter down here. FPS is going to go low here because these chests are just full. So what I'm actually going to do we need an AE system really as quickly as we can, because this place is, as you can tell, quite laggy, and, you know, items are getting pulled out. So I think I'm just gonna even just throw them through here. But yeah, I need to work on this place because I don't have enough chests, basically. And it's quite laggy down there. So that is all done. That is all sorted. We now have this higher capacity. We're already at 12 million, and these are you know, going down quite quickly. Obviously, they only have... This now has a 25,000 RF per tick input-output. These are only currently doing 6,400, I think. So we could, if we wanted to, change to our cryo-stabilized flux ducts, but I don't think for now we have to worry about that too much. But basically, what we want to be doing now is I want to use Chisel. So Chisel is a lovely mod and one of my favorite mods. I'm actually going to get this one since it has a higher durability. So let's just get this one. We need a stick. If we've got any of those, that would be nice. If not, I'll create one. No, we've got some already. So we have a chisel, a diamond chisel, and with this we can take blocks that are regularly just, you know, cobblestone, for example, and turn them into these lovely things. However, what we're going to do is we are going to create a thing called a factory block, which is made with some stone and some iron. We have a lot of iron and we just need a bit of stone, and that gives us 32 factory blocks. So if we take this, I'm going to throw away 30 of that. Oh, damn it. Do that. I'm going to just throw these once I go back to settings. Yeah, we're going to throw those in there. That's going to create a bunch of stone. We're then going to get iron, which we have a bunch of, obviously. Let's just quickly get a few out. There we are, over 64. So we're going to have 64 of those, 64 of those, and then we're going to take a bunch of those and turn them into, well, we'll make the dotted rusty plate straight away. But I want to make, where was it? I think I saw one that I really liked. Normally, I'm sort of the person that uses, I use this for walls, the old vent, but there was one, quickly trying to look for, I think it's these wireframes are quite good, but I'm thinking about using this segmented rusty plates, assuming the fact that they are connected after the fact. If not, I'll use that for a floor, because if we're doing slabbed floors, we're going to need the, you know, something that doesn't connect, because I don't think they connect by default. So we are going to use segmented rusty plates, put two together. No, they don't connect the way I want them to. So we're going to need one that I like. So let's test a few of these. I do like the circuit, that's kind of cool. So if I had like a corner of that, goes on for a little while. I think that's less a floor block though. What we need, yeah, is just a block we like the look of. I like that gold, but there's this purple gold that I may be thinking of. That's one. One of those two might be the one we go for. Very rusty plate. Not a fan of that, if I'm honest. Circuit we already did. Rusty plate just itself might be an interesting one. I mean, we can always change it after the fact. We can always swap them out, but I think we'll go with a gold framed purple plates for the moment. I think that's quite a nice looking block. It's very, you know, prominently different from all the other blocks we have in the area. So we'll just make a bunch of those. And the way we're going to do this is we are going to have the map as our guide. Obviously, we've got the grid lines. We're going to go out to this grid line here, and we will do a square around. But then after that, we're going to do one more out here, and we're going to have a full chunk as a different segment. So we have all these different, you know, segments, you know, in total, I think 12 I said. So I'm just going to quickly put down some groundwork of that. It's going to go through... Yeah, it's going to go through this, so I've got to make sure that this is all empty, which it is. Good. So I'll get a chest sorted out for all that stuff. But yeah, we're just going to quickly make that. I'll be back once I've done the out from the... You know, the pushing out from the island, and then I'll come back to you once that's done, and then we'll do the 12 extra bits after that. So we're going to start over here, for example, and it'll be over here, and stuff is going to spawn, so I'm going to also grab myself some torches, but I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, so I've done the surrounding area. It took exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I guess 2 stacks exactly of these. So we've done quite a good job, I think. But something I realized, because I lost at least 1 seared brick, possibly 2, to it falling, is the fact that I was supposed to make a magnet and I forgot to do that. So we have some Botania ones, and we obviously have this Draconic Evolution one, which is going to take a little while. But we do have the possibility of this electromagnet, which can apparently go into our bauble slots, it looks like. But yeah, vibrant crystal, conductive iron, electrical steel shouldn't be too difficult, because this was the only thing we had the issue with. And now that we have, you know, the ability to just do this quickly, I'll just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get the hammer out. Not press the wrong button, as I just did. Do that, and then sag mill. So that should now give us something, at least. Hopefully. There we are. Finally got some silicon out of it. 18 silicon, so that's also a quest completion, apparently. So let us get that loot chest there. Let's see what we get out of this. Anything useful? Some Fluix blocks and some Certus quartz blocks. That could prove useful, especially the Fluix blocks, because that could get us a bit quicker into AE sometime in the near future. But once we just eat some food, we now have the ability to make the electrical steel. So we need some pulverized coal and some iron. So we just need 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. Let's go pick up some iron. Actually, I have the iron in my cardboard box, because cardboard boxes are awesome. So let's just do that. Put that in there for the moment. We've got some iron. So we need some coal. So pulverize down some coal. Do that, that, and that. Those should do what I need them to do. And we got the rest there back in our inventories and such. Right, then after that, what do I need? I need conductive iron, redstone iron. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 iron, 4 redstone, wherever I put the redstone. I forgot where I put the redstone. There's 2 in there, but not... I need more. Where did I put it all? I swear I didn't use all the redstone. Because I had 34 of them. And I only used 27. Okay. Oh, I might put more back in here. Yes, I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In there. We'll put you in there for the moment, just because we need to. And we're having something spawning. Apparently something spawned up here. Cool. Done. I'm surprised stuff actually isn't spawning on the edges yet. I did bring some torches out. I brought 3 stacks out just because I know I'm going to need them. But I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. So conductive iron, electrical steel. We need a vibrant crystal, which is just going to be the vibrant alloy and an emerald. So that's going to be... Vibrant alloy is going to be an energetic ingot. Energetic alloy and an ender pearl. So we are going to have to just drop some items quickly, just so we can fit everything in our inventory for a little while. And then, oh, apparently I have 4 stacks of for that. So we need some golds. So how many do I need? I only need the 1, really. So 1 gold, 1 of those, and 1 redstone, which is over here. They're all going to go in an alloy smelter together. Then I need an ender pearl for that. And then I'm going to need an emerald, which are in here. And we have a lot of them just generally, so we don't have to worry about them. So, vibrant crystal. There we are. The rest of this now making that. Charge it up in here. Eventually, there we are. So now this can go Shift R, cloak to enable, disable, must be powered, active, and in the hotbar or the bubble slot to function. So what was it? Shift right click. Okay, so what we can do is shift right click. We can do this and throw it in a bubble slot. Apparently that goes over our neck. So yeah, and we'll know when it's hopefully stopped charging. That means so we can hopefully not lose any more blocks. But now what we're going to do is we are going to have to push out even further. We're probably going to have to get rid of this because we are definitely, because it's on that grid line. And for the moment, I'll just leave it as is and just sort of, I won't destroy it all. I'll just sort of get the outline around it. But now we go to, I really need to sort out these down here because my frame rate is really dropping whenever I look over here. But yeah, we'll get these 12 extra grids sorted out. So they're going to start all the way over here. So if we start at the very edge, we can do that and just add on after the fact. So starting here, moving out until we hit 2 grids, 1 further out, and then we just need to connect them by grids, by grid lines, and then we should be good. So we're probably going to run out, considering 2 stacks only did 4 chunks, and only the outline of them. But we can quite easily make some more, because all it is iron and stone, so it's a very easy material to get. So I'm going to quickly carry on with this, and I will see you once we have a better outline of what hopefully, you know, becomes a good working base. Maybe we'll change it at some point, but for now, I just need some extra space and make sure that I'm not, you know, so cluttered as I am. So yeah, I'll see you in just a little bit. You know, interestingly, after, you know, going around and doing this, I found a way to propel myself very, very far. If I just walk into these chickens, I get pretty much just launched pretty much off the edge. It's quite funny. Yeah, there's like 80 of these guys in there. It's far too many to be in one block, but I kind of want to keep it like this just for the sake of I can do this now. And they are creating quite a lot of eggs, as we can see, but yeah, genuinely nearly launched me off the edge. And if I didn't have stuff traveling, I didn't fall off in the first place, but if I didn't have the stuff traveling, I would have definitely been dead. So yeah, currently we've got all of these now sorted, the base of them. In fact, actually, we have the perfect way of looking at these. This is actually going to be interesting. If I do that, there we are. We can now see the somewhat outline of this whole thing. And I just need to connect them by lines like that to each corner, just so they're set by grid. But it's looking pretty good right now. And then afterwards, I'm just going to have to work out where what is going during this, because that obviously needs to go somewhere. And because these are going to be 16 by 16, there's going to be no center block, which is probably going to cause me issues in the near future, because having a center block is always nice. But we'll just make this expanded out to a 4x4 instead, because we can do that with Tinker's Construct quite nicely. So yeah, that's what we'll probably do, but there are a few things that are probably going to cause issues from this, knowing my luck. But what we're going to do is, yeah, just carry on with this. I have 2 stacks of blocks left, probably going to make a few more. Actually, that, considering how little we have to do left, this 8 stacks might have been a perfect amount. But I'm going to finish this up, and I will start moving stuff, because we can actually use Vein Miner at some point, because these are now disconnected. But I don't want to yet, because I want to make sure I transfer all these. In fact, these are going to have to die, and I'm just going to have to redo the whole thing with this, those eggs there, because just the amount of this is going to be in the wrong place pretty much. So yeah, nearly fell off, but let's carry on with this. Right then, so everything is now sorted out. We'll just quickly go up on this elevator again. You'll see we have all of this sorted out. I've obviously gotten rid of some of this as well in the meantime, and I said to myself that I'm not going to die, which I'm not going to, because luckily I have this feather. If I didn't have that feather, I was going to die there. I don't, for some reason, have my my stuff for traveling out, which is what really confused me there. But basically, I have swapped out to have these blocks instead now for the slabs. And the reason for that is because they do not connect kind of perfectly together. But you can sort of see the sides still. So I'm all right with it being these for the moment. And if it does come to it, we can always change them over in the future. But for now, I'm just going to do this. We're going to get them halved into slabs, and we are just going to We're actually not going to do it for these 4 sections out here. These are just going to contain more of these actually, and I'm just going to have them as a 3 wide output here, or out like 3 wide walkway out here, similar to how we had the cobblestone already. And then these over here are going to be slabbed. So for the moment, I'm going to focus over here, only because I want to move this Tinker's smeltery, obviously, and I want to have... What I want to do is I want to have the smeltery here, and I want to have a crafting station here, and then if I can have like a farm over there. But what we're going to do basically is just set it so it's the bottom block here. I think that looks good for a bottom block. If we're shifting, it becomes a bit more of a pain to do. But as long as we aren't doing that, then we're fine. But basically, we'll just quickly do this one. I want to see then what it looks like after the fact. I'm going to have to set up some light. So I think I'm just going to get a block of glowstone. And I'm not sure if it works like this, but if I can just take one like pixel basically worth of a glowstone block and just set that up and it be a light source, then I think that'll be what we do there. But I'm also going to have to now move these guys somewhere else, because for now they're actually taking over where we need to be. And we also need to work out the center block for this, because or the center 4 blocks, because as I said, I'm going to expand, or I'm going to have the Tinker's Construct stuff over here, and it is going to have a 4x4 base in the center instead of a 3x3, which it currently has now. Just because, obviously, these being chunk-based areas, they are 16x16, which means the center is 4 blocks, or 2x2 blocks, and yeah, it's not going to be perfect, unfortunately. I would personally prefer a center block, you know, an even or an odd number, so we had a proper center block, because I feel like it's going to cause issues, especially with farms and stuff with radiuses. But we'll possibly change it in the near future. I just want to have something usable for the moment, because having such a small area such as that island really is we're gonna outgrow that fast. I'm pretty sure we already have at this rate really outgrown that. So yeah, we'll quickly finish this off, see how it looks. I'm gonna just have to do these here, but yeah, we want to see how this looks quickly, and let's go check. So the map, it looks pretty interesting. It's just grey, because I feel like it just doesn't know what block it to be. But what we want to do is come up here. I think that's looking good, actually. Looking quite cool. So, I actually want to check, because the chunks are 16x16, these actually might be an odd number. I'm not entirely sure. I've just thought of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, they are 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's actually check another chunk quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so they are not odd numbers, which changes quite a lot of things actually here. So I'm going to need you guys to move, because I need to put this in here. I'm gonna just then grab all of the grass that I can. I'm gonna keep those other blocks there for the moment. These walls, I'm gonna keep them. But yeah, they're 15x15, which I only just realized because I was thinking so much of chunk by chunk. So yeah, these are now 15x15, which means we can have just a general you know, this being the center. In fact, we might still expand this out to a 5x5, because then we have 5 blocks on each side, and, you know, that'll be an interesting thing. I will have to make some more seared brick for that, but as I said, I'm going to find the center block. And I also, now that it's turning nighttime, I need to find lighting. So that actually is a point. I wonder if I can find just some 4 glowstone. And I also have all this new diamond chisel and, you know, chisel bit bag and a lot of stuff like that. And I just want to basically press Alt here. I want it to take single bits. My point is, does one single bit count as a light source? Doesn't look like it. What about if I put it on a full block? No, it isn't. Okay, what if then I take one slice of one of these? So that's going to go back there. So if I take a plane, does that count as a block? Now I'm trying to work out where these four are. So basically, I just want to know how much, how many glowstone I actually have to put into here before it becomes a actual glowstone, you know, light source. If it is just one sliver, then cool. If it's not, then not so cool, but we'll work something out. So, this is very, very difficult, especially when you actually don't have any light. But I can't have any light because I need to know, you know, I need to know how this is. Now, the thing is, the annoying thing, oh, is it gradually increasing in light? So let's look at our light. It's 15 from sky, 2 from block. Let's see if it ever jumps up to 3. The more we go in, because I feel like 4, yeah, so the more you do, the more it becomes a light source. So that's why 0 is like, you know, or 1 block is like hardly anything. So the question really now is how much do I need before it gets to like 7 light level? Enough to stop a mob spawning pretty much. Okay, so about half a thing. Right, okay. I'm gonna go back and get rid of this now. And, fix this block, but yeah, that's very interesting. It depends on how much, I guess, then of it you have, and I'm gonna need this thing again. And I want to impose, or is it additive? Can't remember how to do this. Oh no, I need a proper glowstone block. That's what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there we are. That uses everything up, and then we can just sort that out. And we got glowstone, or not glowstone, we got silk touch, so that's not actually going to cause issues. So yeah, we're going to have to work out lighting separately. I think for now it will just be torches. So if I press F7, we'll be able to see here, you know, we do this here, and we should have a center block in here that will cause, yeah, so these will be the center blocks, which is actually a really good way of us finding those out. So whilst it's still nighttime, I'm going to quickly just find out everything, or, you know, light everything up that needs to be lit up in the center blocks that need it, and that way we'll have stuff stop spawning, and for the stuff that does spawn, you know, look how fast our bow is at getting to where it needs to be. So I'm going to light this up. I'll fill in the rest of these eventually. It's going to take a little while because the amount of blocks there are, but also just how many sections there are. And then I'll get that Tinker's Smeltery moved and see what I can just get done quickly as well. That's not going to take too much time. Right then, so here we are. This is what it is currently looking like. It looks a little bit weird because of kind of the lines on the blocks, but I think it's the best sort of block I could have chosen out of the factory blocks that works with that whole sort of deal. I've also, as you can see, extended these to be 3 out or 3 wide platforms going out to it with a little bit of a corner thing. I was actually thinking of, I was going to say, I don't know what item I'm using. I got an Enderman thing. That's cool. I've also added more chests because I quite simply need them. I haven't got enough space at the moment. But what I wanted to do as well was take this and the chisel quickly. I wanted to get some more gold framed blocks. And I was thinking, while looking up there, that these look quite nice. But I think it might also look nice if I do it in the corners as well. So we'll just do these quickly and have a look. And then in between episodes, I'm going to just simply just remove stuff around. So basically, you know, this is going to be here. I'm going to probably set up the machines possibly here, or at least a storage area here, maybe. think that would make sense, next to a tinker's place, and then having machines, you know, quite close next to it. I feel like we're going to grow out of here quite quickly if we do that, though, because let's say I have one sort of segment for each mod, maybe, let's say. So I've got tinkers, machinery, tinkers, storage, you know, let's say machines over here, or I could have storage over here. So storage, maybe tinkers, machines, you know, I'll have like Botania in one of them, I'll have magical agriculture, and I'll try and keep mostly like, we've got some stuff here. I swear we completed a quest as well somewhere down here. If not, then I'm just not been paying attention. I think, no, we did, and then we just changed. But yeah, let's say we have, you know, some generic, you know, stuff like the Nether and stuff all there. Some a portal platform, mystical agriculture as another platform, because that's just going to be growing plants and more, you know, plants and everything. Machines, which is going to be the Endist and stuff like that. The storage is going to contain the applied energistics. Botania is going to be its own thing. These are probably going to be solar arrays and stuff like that, and if we do get to, we're eventually going to have to do a reactor of some sort, but what we'll do is probably put the reactor in one area and then the solar panels above, and then sort of this will go with everything else. The draconic stuff will probably go on its own, and Project E I think is more portable anyway, except the condensers really, which I guess we can just put in the storage area next to like applied energistics, because eventually it'll all move into AE. But yeah, we can have you know, draconic stuff separate, and you know, generation, let's say we'll have, you know, for example, let's say this area has a reactor in it, and then all the way up here, you know, at the, you know, further up obviously at world height, we'll have solar panels and stuff like that, or not particularly world height. But what I want to do is if we can get, I don't know if we have tesseracts. We do not, but there is something in, I don't think, it might be Ender.io. Or Ender.io has, not travel anchors, where are they? They have a block which functions as a tesseract, pretty much. I can't see it right now. We might not actually have it in the pack, that could be a thing. I hope we do, just because it would be nice. I don't particularly want to keep... here it is, Dimensional Transceiver. These things are basically tesseracts, so we can use those at some point. I also noticed we have deep storage units as well, which do take a little bit, you know, Dimensional Transceiver, plastic sheets, and reinforced obsidian, which, you know, it looks obsidian, fluxed electrum, and dark steel. But yeah, eventually we will, you know, get to that point, and that'll be all fine and dandy, and we'll have deep storage units, and we can use those maybe instead of having you know, storage disks and stuff for AE. But yeah, at some point we will have to move on to AE soon, because I'm gonna get a load of these oak barrels and possibly get some compacting drawers, because we still haven't done this quest. Just maybe for over here, more likely. But what I want to do is have, if I can get compacting drawers and take them over there, let's say, if I have that as the storage room, we can just go over there with all the ore pieces, and then I'll compact into the ores, and then we'll take those, put them in a furnace, and then get everything sorted with that. And also, speaking of which, we'll have a sieving room. So if we can get some machines running, we can get a few more of these, especially since we have so many good capacitors. If we can get a lot of power input, we can get pretty much, you know, cobblestone, or sorry, gravel, sand, and dust all going into sieves, and there is a way you can automate sieving. So we'll probably have one of these dedicated to automatic sieving if we can also, because that sounds like a good idea. But that's all for the future. That's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode, where we, you know, hopefully have a few stuff moved. I definitely need to move the portal and stuff. Maybe the portal can actually move onto its own platform here, possibly, just because it is kind of on its own for the moment. But for now, I'm just going to move a bunch of stuff, clean up this area because it's getting a bit messy. Probably try and get some more diamond stiffened meshes and just do a bunch of sieving, like a massive floor of sieving if I can, with, I think, a mechanical user is what I want from Extra Utilities. Doesn't require any grid power, but it does require resonating crystal. So we can get dropper, lever, resonating redstone crystal, which is just an end shard, which is quite easy to obtain, and some redstone alloy, which again, also very easy to obtain, and we don't even need a bow. So I'm possibly going to set those up. We might even set them up. Actually, I'm not going to say where I'm going to set them up, because we might even still move this. I just need to work out the best way of having everything closest together, because I don't want like this over here and then it transferring items over to like this one over here. I'd rather have everything as closely knit as I can right now to reduce cable length and also to just make everything easier to get between. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.